and welcome back to Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever with your host, me, Jemma Bayley. I review everything ever. We are going in alphabetical order. We are up to B. And obviously, if I've missed something, send me an email. You know, it happens. I'm only human. You know, I go to Jemma Bayley comedy at gmail.com. Send me, just let me know what I missed, you know. And if there's something coming up that you just can't wait for, email me that and I'll review it for you. I want to start by reviewing Bridgeton. We're reviewing Bridgeton with like the show, but we're also reviewing. I went to the experience in Melbourne. I went down there and I dressed up. I got into a gown. I got the crown. I did all the thing. This would indicate that I like Bridgeton. Of course, why would you spend money on something that you didn't like? You wouldn't, would you? That's crazy. I went down and I enjoyed myself. I went with my sister. It was a girly event. It was adorable. There was and it was that energy of like being at bathroom and being all dressed up, and you turn to the, I love your dress. I love your dress, and like your little bonnet and your fan. Like my sister had a fan. I love your fan. You know, like it was adorable. I will say that the performance, because there was like a little story within the performance of the experience, that you would all go, like there was a main dance floor and there was the queen and there was like a diamond of the season and there was the heartthrob that we were, oh my goodness, do you think they like each other? There was a bee. There was something about the bee in it. Like we know if you watch Bridgeton, you know how bees are the antagonists of this. So the whole of Bridgeton, by the way, the main antagonist of the whole series of Bridgeton is a bee, not a bee, but like, I got there and I had bought a ticket for a different day, and we'd flown down to Melbourne, and I think the guy was just like, go in. He was like, you look like an idiot. Don't worry about it. Just go in. And that was really nice. I appreciate that, because I was like, my heart sunk. I was like, oh shit, dyslexia strikes again. I can't with numbers, you know, and letters for that matter. But like, I digress. Fun experience. I love a bit of a dress up. I'm a dressy uppy kind of girl. So, and Bridgerton, the series, bit of dumb fun. Love a bit of dumb fun. Like that it wasn't all white people in a period style series. Fantastic. I'm not even meaning fantastic as in how progressive. I mean fantastic as in it like created depth to characters and class. It wasn't like when you watch something and you're annoyed that someone shoehorned in that one of the male characters is now female, and it just doesn't make any sense because that character wasn't written female, so a lot of the shit doesn't actually make sense. This was written in the context that these characters were varied, that they come from different backgrounds, and they had to. I want to say it was a great example of like, I don't know what else to say. I think it was really clever. Although I imagine someone who was like deeply into history would get really annoyed. But like, shut up. How about that? We need to be doing a little bit more of shut up. Not like me. I can't. It would be very boring if I stopped. But like my job is to be stupid and say things, and yours is to not. So if you have an opinion, keep it deep in your soul. Or send it to me and I'll review it. I'll give you an opinion for you. I'll give you your opinion for you. Even the Princess Charlotte one was like, I didn't think I was gonna like that, but I did like that. Good stuff. So I'm as a TV series, as a girlie who loves herself a little bit of pretty and ooh, he did this. I will say I think my favorite series was the one where the guy gets thrown into the lake. He comes out and he's like hot. I was like fuck, and they kept having arguments, and he was meant to marry her sister or something. That was great. That was really good. Anyway, so what rating is that, Gemma? That rating is, we're giving it a 4. We're giving it a 4 only because I'm a bit embarrassed that I like it. You know when someone's like, this is totally you, and send you a meme and it's like apt, but you're like, oh, I wish I wasn't that like obvious or basic, but oh, that's what it was like. So we're giving it 4 stars. Bridgetion 4 stars. We're reviewing best friends. And we're reviewing I'm not reviewing my best friends because I actually don't have best friends. I have a circle. I have close friends. The enemy of best friends. If you ever tried to tell someone who thinks they're your best friend that they're a close friend, like a dagger to the heart for them. They're like, what do you mean I'm not your best friend? I'm like, because it's stupid. A best friend implies that there's a categorized system. You know, like, I'm all about reviewing here. I'm Jemma Bayley from Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything. I love myself a little bit of review. I love myself a little bit of categorization and organizing in this crazy world. I would love if we brought back MySpace and put everyone and to find out who wasn't in our top 5. I would love that. Oh, the drama that would ensue. Oh, if you have best friends, what if they died, dude? Do you just go to your backup friend and then you bestow best friend on them? Do you know what I mean? Like, how does best friends even work? Like, if you have a best friend and I guess they betray you, are they your best friend that betrayed you? Are they now just a friend? Or are they an acquaintance? Or are they an enemy? I actually think that you can only get enemies if they were already a best friend. Or like, because there needs to be a sense of betrayal. For an enemy to be an actual enemy, there needs to be a sense of love for it to be lost. You know, it's very hard to be an enemy with someone who was never your friend. Although you do have haters online, I guess like they can be enemies, but it lacks the oomph of a natural. You have haters. I guess that's the difference between haters and enemies. Enemies implies that there was a history there. Best friends, no, don't do that. Also, I would argue don't have enemies if you can. In my mind, people who have best friends are also the people who have enemies, and I find it too polarizing a thought because I remember my friend in primary school. For some reason I hated her. I didn't like her, and then I think we got into grade 7, and we became best friends. And we even said to each other, I was like, I thought you were a bitch, and she's like, I thought you were weird. I'm like, well, I am weird, and you are a little bit of a bitch, but it's fun. You know, like, it's happened to me so many times where I've talked to someone and be like, I thought you hated me. And they're like, no, I'm just, like, anxious. And you're like, oh, yeah, forget that people have that. People have anxiety and it makes them seem like dicks. And they're not. That's what I've learned in comedy is, like, if there's a person that's universally disliked, they probably are not nice and they do need to work on themselves. And if you're sitting there and you're going, people don't like me and it's just because the world is so hard for me. It's you. It is you. The best thing you can do is look at yourself from someone else's perspective. I do that quite often. I like to get a little mirror and put it at the bottom of the stairs and look down and be like, oh, this is what a mouse thinks of me. And it's made me grow as a person. Anyway, so best friends, reviewing best friends. I give it a 2. I don't think it's a good idea. I think some people need it. I think that if you have it, that's great. But like maybe try and adjust it to close friends. It's so close to being such a normal concept. The bracelets are cute though. I will say that. Business suits. We're reviewing business suits. I'm wearing my jacket top today, but I will often wear a suit on stage. I like it. I actually, I have a few just suits from, shitty stores that you should not buy from, Shein and Pretty Little Thing, all the ones that, I don't know, it's soaked in the blood of the laborers. You shouldn't buy from those places. I have some... I'm actually currently in the process of trying to upgrade. Well, I'm 32. I'm trying to update my wardrobe with more better clothes. So oftentimes I'll have those Shein shitty options that I have I actually wear a lot and I really like, but they've made a material. They'll fall apart eventually. I'm replacing them with the upscale version of that. Love myself a quirky little pattern. I wear a lot of little plaid ones. I have wanted to get back in the day in I think it was the 2000s, there were flower bomb suits. I loved those. They're not around anymore, I don't think. I'd totally wear a flower bomb suit. Love that shit. I like that about suits is that now you can casually wear a suit like it's a fashionable thing, but you can also dress it up and go out to dinner in a suit. So yeah, big fan. And suits on dudes, don't get me started. Don't get me started. All right, I'll start. I love a suit on a dude. You know what's interesting? When you have male friends, you have dude mates, or even anyone male presenting, right? And they don't often wear a suit, right? You just see them in their casual attire and you're like, you're just a guy. But you see them in a suit, far out Brussels sprout. Just, oh, wow. The dudes I see, like my mates, and when they're in a suit, I'm like, it changes something in you. You're like, oh my God. He probably knows how to do taxes. So, business suits. I'm giving them a 4. Man, we're starting. We're like, did I give a 4 before for Bridgeton? We're starting strong. We're starting, yeah. Okay. 4 stars for business suits. 4 stars. I'm really not giving them 5 because I'm pretty sure there's something else that I like better than business suits. Like, they're great. They're cool and they're versatile, but like, I'm pretty sure like I like a gown. I like getting whimsical and shit. Finally, the time has come. We're reviewing Brisbane. Brisbane is where I live in Australia, Queensland. As far as I know, and I live here, but like obviously insular thinking, I actually don't know if this is how we're perceived, but I believe that the rest of Australia looks at Brisbane like we are the South. Brisbane itself is left, like is left leaning, is a little bit more progressive, but like the state is a little bit like guns. No, we're not like guns, but like a little bit like, oh, can you just go with the flow and stop making a fuss? That's what they're like. But, like, the city is gorgeous. Sunny, great temperature. I'm wearing a coat right now, but that's honestly just because I'm inside. Like, if I was standing out in the sun, it's wintry. It's getting wintry here, and it's just like if you're standing out in the sun, then you don't need a jacket. But if you're in the shade, then you want a jacket because the breeze gets you. But even then, like, you have people who are visiting from Canada, like, this isn't even cold, you know, like, which is annoying when people do that, by the way. Don't go to someone else's, like, we can see that you're not cold. You're wearing a shirt. It's fine. I work with English people, and I was wearing this big puffy, like, jacket and it was the first one I'd worn of the season, and then the first person I see is my boss, and she's like, oh, you Queenslanders, so over dramatic, you've got your duffels out, and I'm like, cold. It's cold here. I'm chilly. I've been to England. It is cold there. I haven't been there in the winter time. I reckon I'd have a bad time. I reckon I probably wouldn't come back. I'd be frozen there, stuck to the side of the sidewalks. I don't know what they call them over there. Dipple boppers, whatever the English are. They have weird names for shit. The hop-de-doos, you know, like, well, we do, like, they are the origin of rhyming slang in England. They're doing shit like up the apples and pears, and ours is like dead horse, like for tomato sauce. Like, theirs is like fun and whimsical, ours is like dead horse. Like, we're like just aggressive, but trying to be whimsical. It doesn't work. Too laid back. What rhymes with sauce? Dead horse. Guess. You know, like, it's so slack. We are some of the earliest. I was told recently we were some of the earliest risers in the world, next to another city in Spain or some shit. I don't know who told me that. Yeah, mornings, good. If you go down to you go to anywhere where there's a beach or a park, there's people out there from 4. There's people out there from 2, but they're on crack. But like the ones that are there from 4 are just like the people who are getting their jogging before they go to a morning meeting tour, like, you know, sort of stuff. So the parks around, so you just go turn up and you read a book or you talk with someone about it. They have gimmicks. Like, you go and they have gimmicks. They have gimmicks. You go there and they have yoga and you're like, what is this gimmick? What a gimmick of a thing. I'm just listing things that people do. What a gimmick. You do pottery? Gimmick of a thing. I'm not going to lie. I've lost track of what the word gimmick means. I don't actually think. I think it's maybe a thing. Is a gimmick like something that you do but not for the sake of the actual thing, that it's more like the idea of it? You're learning things like, what is a gimmick? And you're getting answers. They may not be right, but you're getting answers, damn it. Brisbane as a city, Brisbane and Sydney. Oh, I will say that as far as comedy goes, Brisbane to do stand-up in, I've really enjoyed starting in Brisbane. Hard as balls. It shouldn't be hard as balls. Balls shouldn't be that hard. If your balls are hard, go get them checked. It's a lot better than what it was. I've heard shocking stories in the past of how Brisbane comedy was. How it's just brutal audience-wise and comic-wise. Like back in the day, I think the comedians were a lot harsher to each other. It seemed like there was a big like bullying sort of like rhetoric around it. Comedy in general. And the audiences, and to this day, very hard to make laugh. They sit there like this and make me laugh. A lot of the comedies in RSLs and shit, so you have just interrupted them while they're eating a palmy, so it is your fault. But like, so they're just not aware of how a comedy show runs, so you got the MC has to do a lot of legwork and getting them to understand that, oh, this is the break, some of these acts are new, some of them aren't, like just getting them to understand that this isn't TikTok, not every comedian's going to do crowd work with you, like it's gonna, there are actual formulaic jokes, they may not be good, but some of them will be good, and then there's a guy at the end, and he is the funniest, or she, but probably not likely, because women aren't that funny. I don't mean that, by the way. I say that because it's ridiculous. I just want you to know that women can be funny. I haven't experienced it yet, but I'm sure there's someone out there that is. God damn it. Sexism in the second episode. More to come, I guess. More to come. But I have heard that Brisbane comics are like quite highly regarded. Like, I mean, with anything, if you're traveling outside of your city to go do something, you probably are pretty decent. Like from the get-go. Like if you're moving, if you're going around to do something, you probably are. I think it's like being fortune fire. It's like working out with weights on. Like it is so hard. Like it can be so shit sometimes. And then you go to Melbourne, and this is my experience with Melbourne and Adelaide and Sydney even sometimes, which I don't think Sydney's more of just like a bigger Brisbane. But like those rooms are just, they get it. It's so easy because you don't have to like convince them that comedy's happening or that they understand the concept that you are making a joke and that you're telling stories and they're listening. Like it's just that little bit easier. Yeah, I want to say Brisbane, great for comedy in the sense that if you want to get better, good place to be. If you're already good, you probably don't need to come here. No, we need more comedy. Please bring it here. That sounded like, no, please bring your comedy here. You won't enjoy it, but we will benefit. It's like bringing, like when people are breeding dogs and they need to get sperm from another like city because they've become inbred. Oh, shit. So with dog sperm. So I knew someone who showed dogs, and what they would do sometimes is get sperm from quite far away, and then they bring in a new like DNA or whatever to make them stronger and like more better to show or whatever. That's what it's like with comedy. Brisbane's good. What did I rate Adelaide? I think I rated Adelaide like 4 or something because I went there during Fringe and all that sort of stuff. If Adelaide's 4, Brisbane's also 4. We are reviewing Bisexuals. Yes, you bisexual fuck. I can say that. I'm technically bisexual. I say I'm bisexual, and that's because I have had sex with men and women. I've had, and I would again, but like I don't see. This is what people are. I've tried to figure out what it's like. I've never fallen in love with a woman. Specifically in the binary, I'm not like particularly attracted to androgynous people. Bisexual. By the way, I don't believe in the binary. I just believe in like some people are like really masculine and some people are really feminine and some people are in between. And all I know is I like the really masculine ones and the really feminine ones. Mind you, I do like a masculine woman sometimes, but she's got to have ass. She's got to have ass. I think that's the key. I'm not bisexual. Maybe I just like asses. We've solved it, guys. We've solved sexuality. Yeah. So I think I believe I'm hetero romantic and I'm bisexual. That's what my bisexuality is like. Bisexuals themselves, pick a lane. No, I'm just kidding. How douchey would that be? I do get annoyed when people say like, "Oh, pick one." You can't have both. You're just annoyed that you don't get choice. Man, if you could pick. Oh, if I could pick, who am I picking? Well, I'm picking men because I'm also romantically attached to men, which is, by the way, annoying. And every bi woman will say this. It's so shitty that we like men, but like they can be fixed. I love looking for a bargain. That's what dating men is. It's looking for a bargain. Like, this one's like 50% off. And, oh my God, he's only missing a button. Like he has one nipple. Oh, he's pretty good. There was a guy on Survivor that had 4 nipples. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. It's as far as the sexualities go, like as in all of them, I think it's the one that people just don't really think about that much, and it's kind of like the jokey one. It's kind of like the middle child of all the sexualities. It's a little bit like you're just a menace. Like it's not really that progressive, but it's also really not that progressive. Like at the end of the day, you're gay and passing. Like I think like you just get both, and I think that's where people get annoyed that you're not picking one or the other, because like you can't. It's like you do get away with a lot. Like I'm pretty female. Like I'm pretty female looking, so I am like heteronormative presenting, right? But you know, I get on stage and I'm overt and I'm sexual and I'm loud and I'm charismatic. I like to think I'm confident. Oh, stop. And I get a lot of female attention when I come. Like I've been hit on more women from comedy than I have men. Like that is a masculine trait to stand up in front of and I'm saying masculine. Like no, women can talk in front of crowds too. Yes, I know I'm doing, but it is incredibly masculine to kind of get up, take charge, take up space. Like it is something that I had to learn. Like it's like it's commanding. It's like almost, and also ignoring other people's opinions and shutting them down and telling them to shut up. Very masculine. So what I'm trying to say is that energy I get, I think that's what a lot of women get attracted to and hit on me after shows, during shows. Bisexuality, I think I get to experience being hit on by women more than most bisexual women who look like me do. I think if you are queer, like if you are queer presenting, you're more likely to get hit on by women because you are signaling. You're making those signals. Hey, I am safe and I am within that space. Hey, ask the question. That's what it is. It's like if you're dressing a little bit gay, if you're dressing a little bit queer, it's come over, talk to me. Maybe you'll like to hear what I have to say. But when I'm outside of comedy, yeah, I get hit on by men. But everyone does. They're men. It's like, as a bisexual, I've had a great experience as a bisexual person. I've had some great I've had yes, I've had some great experience. I've had one shit one, actually. I've had one shit, but like everything else has been pretty good. I'm quite lucky, I think. And bisexuality, let's stop beating around the bush, although we like doing that half of the time. Oh, god damn, that was dumb. Yes. We're giving bisexuality. I'm gonna say, because like being straight is so like cringy, and then being like fully gay, being like all gay, it's got unfortunately hate crime attached to it, and I can like scoot past that, but being like I have a boyfriend right now, you know. It's very lucrative. I'm giving it 5 stars. I'm giving bisexuality 5 stars because like I reckon it's been undervalued for so long, and it's been the 5 stars to bisexuality. It's a good time. Shut the fuck up. We're going to review Bluey real quick because I have to. I think people would feel weird if I did a B episode and I didn't review Bluey. For those of you who don't know, I work on Bluey. Was a background artist for season 1, 2, and 3, and I am currently, and through season 2, 3 to now, I have been in the marketing and commercial and publishing departments of working on Bluey, as well as other series that my studio produces. It is fun. Holy shit. As a kid, I used to be a drawer. I used to like to draw. I still do. I just don't get a lot of time to do it. I do it for work, so I don't get a lot of time to do it outside of work. But I really do enjoy my job. If you had sat 10-year-old Jemma down and you were like, you're going to do this as a job one day, she'd be like, who are you, strange person? Don't talk to children. Stranger danger. No, although she would, I was like adamantly like against strangers. I remember being like, my parents just like were so intense about stranger danger. I thought everyone was gonna kill me and eat me. I didn't know, actually as a child, I did not know what the strangers were gonna do. I just knew it was bad and terrified of it. They were gonna take me away, right? If you told her that I would be illustrating for a job, I would just be like, crazy, we did it, you know? Also, when I first saw it, I got to see it at a before I was working for the studio. I saw it at I saw the pilot at a summit. I went to, because I was studying animation at the time. They sent a few of us who were in the course over to this summit, and we were walking around the convention just like, oh, this is really fun. We got to watch a lot of the pictures, which were possible animations for distribution in animation for children's shows. And Bluey was one of them. And I remember watching the pilot and going, man, I really like this. And you get that, I got that little tingly thing in my head where I was like, oh, that seems like something. You know, like it already seemed like something. And you know when you come across something that already seems like something. And I remember thinking that feeling, and then when they called me up to work, they were like, "Oh yeah, like come in for this try out for this background artist job." And then working season 1 before it was distributed anywhere, I was like, we're watching like the animations we'd done, and we're like, man, this is really good. I reckon people are really gonna like this. And as you know, people have. Fantastic. Lovely. Love it. So it's working on Bluey, but Bluey itself, it's 5 stars. What am I going to do? Our arguably best export next to Crocodile Dundee. Love Crocodile Dundee. So stupid. Dude, 5 stars. What am I going to do? I'm going to lie to you and be like, actually, it's 3 stars because it doesn't fit into this. No, it just irrefutably is 5 stars. I'm so sorry to anyone who thought I was going to give a rough review. Oh, it wasn't meant to be a pun. We don't like puns here. We hate puns here at Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever. You wait till episode P when we review puns. You'll see. Look, I have to wrap up. I have to be gone. I have to be gone out of here. So I appreciate you hanging around. I appreciate you hanging around, and obviously, look, give me a review. Give me a review. I just gave you so many. If you could just give me a review, that would be nice. You sat here and said nothing the entire time. No, in all seriousness, it really helps if you give a 5-star review on the Apple or the whatever you're listening to this on. And if you didn't like it, as always, don't say anything. I don't want to hear that. But like, if you loved it, write a review. I'll read it. And you have a good day, man. I love you. Statistically, as a bisexual, I probably do love you.